Here are 3 reasons why stocks are not continuing to sell off on Monday. First off, we actually have a ceasefire between Iran and Israel. Action speaks a lot louder than words. Trump has been talking about a deal being closed for some time, but he's finally pushed both countries to officially announce and say they're halting military action. Now, does not mean that the war is over, does not mean that the guns are down permanently, but it does indicate that we're moving in the right direction, and both of those countries are coming into lockstep with Trump and trying to come to the negotiation table and reach a deal. Investors, they're happy about it. They're cheering it. However, we do see Dow coming off its highs, indicating that there's still a strong possibility of buy the rumor, sell the news. Number 2, we have NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang calling Friday's move a huge buying opportunity, that the AI boom is just beginning. The chip boom still has a lot of opportunity, and his confidence has lent quite a bit of support to the Nasdaq. Don't forget, we also have SpaceX IPO on Friday, so there could be a lot of demand for Nasdaq going into it as well. And then number 3, we have the U.S. inflation report. With gas prices coming down quite a bit in the month of May, U.S. inflation should be lower, not higher, which is actually good for stocks. But at the same time, it's not going to affect the Federal Reserve's ability to move on interest rates in June. They're not changing anything, and that is still going to be a problem for the markets. So even though today we're seeing a bounce, none of these 3, I think, is really going to be enough to lead to a permanent rally. With that said, though, if you believe Jensen Huang, if you're optimistic about the SpaceX IPO, there could be a limit to further declines this week. Now, we also have the European Central Bank rate decision. They are expected to raise interest rates, which should help the euro, but the key will be how many more rate hikes will we get beyond this one. The market is pricing in 3 rate hikes from the ECB this year. Bank of Canada, not expected to change interest rates at all, but of course, U.S. inflation, Iran, Israel, SpaceX IPO, those are things to watch this week. I'm Kathy LIEN with BK Traders, Prop Trader Edge. On PropTraderEdge.com, I have an article on trading SpaceX IPO and the blast radius around it. For those of you that don't have access to the IPO itself, how it can impact the Nasdaq. So make sure you check that there. I'll drop the link in this video.